Now this is time for the meditation. So sitting comfortably in your cushion or on your couch. And this is a time to give yourself. Throughout the day we've been doing so many activities, so many jobs, concentrating outside worldly matters. Now this time is to find time for yourself. So sitting comfortably, stopping here and now, this very moment. Both mind and the body, you feel the present awareness being here and now. Observing the body presence, sensations throughout the body, or you may scan the body from top to bottom. You can scan the entire body or separating part by part. The 7 parts body scan. And with this body scan you will be aware of the sensations in the body as it occurs and observing them. And you will be able to notice that some sensations arises due to breathe in and breathe out, other sensations due to the temperature in your body, the food that you have eaten, or the cloth that you are wearing, or the weather that is changed, or your mindset, your mood are different. Then different bodily sensations you can observe. The Buddha's instruction is yatha yatha nang panihitang tatha tatha nang pajanati, which basically means whichever is taking place in your body, aware of that, being mindful of that. He further said that if you cannot observe the long breath, short breath, outside breath, inside breath, or the way breath comes in, out, going out, arises and vanishing, then just observe the breath, that as it is, that you cannot observe the breath. The shallow breath is shallow breath. And he even further explained on the feelings again. Sometimes we experience feeling indifferent. And sometimes the feeling that we do not know whether there is a feeling or not. And in that case again, do not try to find any other sensations, any other feelings. If you are feeling that there is no sensation, then let it be. Simply aware of that. And the same with the mind. As the mind observing these things, whether it's a body, whether it is feelings, when these arises, when you consciously aware of that moment again, whether you are creating or generating the greed, wanting to have it more. Let's say wanting to have a peaceful mind longer, or wanting to have the sensation, the pleasant sensations stay longer. Or whether you are having a mental state of not wanting to meditate or not wanting to have that painful experience. You have to sit for a longer time. Maybe back pain, maybe legs are pain, and what is your mental state? So there are some itchiness arise in your body, what will you do? Are you scratching immediately, or watch first until you really need it to move and do it? Or are you simply refusing to have these painful experiences? Or mind simply doesn't know what you're doing, simply lost in thought, thinking about your job, thinking about your family, thinking about your food to eat, what to play, what to watch, whom to talk, and aware of that state of the mind. So Buddha simply said, Atti kayo tiwa, Atti vedana tiwa, Atti chitte tiwa. So whichever the body is, whichever the breath is, whichever the feelings are, whichever the mental state are, you simply know that, aware of that, having a clear consciousness of it and clarity of it, and mentally making a note that with full intention, with a great attention, sati sampajanya. When we are having the base, working with the base or primary object, whether it's a breath or the abdomen rising, falling, it's just a tool that facilitate us to develop our concentration, cultivating our mind. So we take control of our mind and knowing that. So that's why initially we work with the primary object to deal with it, to take control of the mind. And gradually, on the base of the primary object, we will be able to be mindful of the sensation, different sensations, and also will be able to watch this mind itself in a limited area. Once we have fully understood from the limited area, we can expand it into entire world system. It's like, in order to understand the essence of the material world, we have to break it down until the atoms. And we understood how the one atom created and how element began, and each and every material things created. But if we are looking at the bigger picture, it's difficult to ponder and understand clearly. So we have to narrow it down until into the deep and deep we realize it in its true nature. The essence of the water, essence of the stones, the essence of the trees, and essence of ourselves. So working on the primary object is basically narrowing down. And we see these feelings and the mental activities. And later on we see that even our body, so-called body, and this is me and mine, again divided into 5 different aggregates. And we will be working on that 5 aggregates deeper and deeper. all the materiality that we are paying attention to is just the kaya, or the materiality. The feeling, sensation, feeling, perception, formation and consciousness. These four are the mind and the concomitant of the mind that arises along with the mind. So-called Chitta and Cetasika. Cetasika is simply that arises with the mind. Feeling arises with the base something. Perceptions arises on the base of the feeling. If there is no feeling, perceptions will not be there. And because of having a perception of this and that, so we define, identify, proliferate, exaggerate, put the objections, opinions, etc. So we know that simply by staying in the present moment. The body, the breath, the feeling and the mind as it is working in the present moment. So simply aware of that. And if your mind is restless and still thinking here and there, wandered off, not able to concentrate, just simply relax the entire body. Never think that you have been practicing every day, half an hour, and I should be improving and cultivating more and more. Your mind is conditioned by nature, our emotion, the job that we did. So there will be ups and downs. So always start with the beginning, or having a beginner's mind. So always sitting comfortably, relax the entire body, and spend a few moments on the primary object, and gradually developing or contemplating on different aspects of it. So continue practicing. Whether you are paying attention to the body or whether you are paying attention to the object of concentration or whatever is taking place, you're simply aware of that. Remember that our motivation is to learn to develop our mind, cultivate our mind, not to think of anything that you would like to be better than anyone, different than anybody, but simply natural. It's like we are having a mirror looking at our face. So meditation is a mirror to see ourselves clearly, an ability to work with that. So continue practicing until we practice the loving kindness meditation. So bring your attention to the body. Relax yourself. We'll do the loving kindness meditation. And aware of sensations throughout the body. And bring your attention to your hands. Aware of sensations in your hands. Whatever sensations you can observe. Tingling, tickling, or heat and cold, or heaviness, or softness. Remember, do not move your fingers, do not move your hands, to feel them. Simply feeling from inside whatever sensations are there, and enjoying with that sensations. Beautiful to watch. The different sensations are taking place. The sensations moving around or heat around in different parts of your hand, observing them very closely, feeling them. And bring that attention to your heart, aware of beating heart. If you can't feel the beating heart, you may put your right hand on your heart to feel the beating heart. And try whether you can feel the beating heart or not. And if you can feel the beating heart, generating loving kindness and compassion towards yourself from bottom of your heart, but you still feel difficult to feel the connection with your heart, physically smile will connect you. So smile and feel the connection with your heart. And as you feel the connection with your heart, generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself from bottom of your heart, and sharing it to yourself, allowing yourself to be happy, allowing yourself to be well, allowing yourself to be free from sufferings. This allowing is very, very important, because we have a self unworthiness feelings all the time. So allowing ourselves to be happy, well and free from suffering is permission given to yourself to be happy. So from bottom of your heart, telling to yourself, may I be happy. Feeling the happiness, sense of a happiness. If you can't think of anything, think of this moment that you are meditating. A wonderful moment. May I be well. A feeling how fortunate we are, and feeling of how grateful we are being well. Ability to listen, ability to eat, ability to breathe, still alive. You may have some diseases or disabilities or some pains and aches. Still, we are well enough compared to so many others. May I be free from sufferings. A feeling of a freedom from any kinds of suffering, whether it's a hurtful, hatred, jealousy, animosity, or physical body, whatever sufferings, may I be free from it. May I be able to maintain my happiness. And this is a resolution that you are making for yourself. Maintaining this happiness that you have achieved. And may this be cause for the liberation. May I be liberated. Take a long few breaths and sharing a loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings. You may start off any particular person to share with and extending it to entire beings. Your parents, husband or wife, children, family, friends, relatives, and all other sentient beings. Whatever beings there are, visible or invisible beings, in this room, in this city, in this country, on earth, in entire universe. Wishing them to be happy, wishing them to be well, wishing them to be free from sufferings. May they be happy, may they be well, may they be free from sufferings. May they be free from hurtfulness, hatred, troubles of body and mind. Particularly in this time of the lockdown, sending this good wish, loving thoughts to everyone, those who are feeling sick, feeling mentally down, feeling unhappy, mentally disturbed. May they be free from it and achieve happiness. May they be liberated. May all beings be happy. So bring your attention to your hands again, aware of sensations in your hands, and to your body, aware of sensations in your body. Whatever sensations you can observe, be mindful of that. And bring that attention to your eyes. And as you hear the gong, slowly coming out from meditation and reflect for a few moments that what achievement you have achieved today. Let's pay respect to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha before reading any comments or any questions for tonight. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagavan Buddhaṃ Bhagavantaṃ Abhivādemi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Subhadipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Sanghang Namami